How would you like to make an extra $50,000 or even $100,000 a month in real estate without having to do any extra work? That shit's impossible. And if anyone tells you different, don't listen to them. Turn that person off. It's make-believe.
Neighborhood of make-believe.
In this video, I'll share with you exactly what it takes to get your real estate license, and I'll give you an idea of what you could make in real estate and what that potential actually looks like. You guys ready? Let's go.
Now tuned into the greatest.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
I'm on the TV, mama. I'm unbeatable, y'all. Let's go!
All right, let's get right into it. Getting your real estate license is actually pretty easy in Massachusetts. You don't have to go to school for a year, 2, 3, 4 years. All you have to do is take 40 hours of pre-licensing courses. So you can Google, if you're in Massachusetts, they're gonna start at around $300 to get your 40 hours in. And you could just Google Massachusetts real estate licensing. And if you're in another state, just Google the state you're in, real estate licensing, and just make sure that the course is accredited. Usually it's going to be about 40 hours. If you're in other states, I know I originally got my license in Alabama and it was 60 hours there. So not sure if that's still the case, but state to state may vary. In Massachusetts, I do know currently it's 40 hours. If you're a person that can take their classes online. When I say can take your classes online, are you actually going to get through the courses online? Like, you know yourself more than anyone. So don't just sign up for online courses knowing that you're never going to log in, you're going to drop out of the courses or not have interest. If going in person is going to force you to complete the courses, then do that. But if you're a good online studier and you know you can commit to it, there's a lot of convenience that comes with online courses, so you can take it as you go and finish those courses in actually a quicker amount of time if online courses are for you. So whether you choose online courses or in person, choose what's a better fit for you. Expect to pay anywhere between $300 to $500 depending on the course and the actual company that's putting out the course. So once you get your 40 hours, you're now eligible to take the state exam, which is broken up into 2 portions. So there's a general portion of your real estate test. There's going to be a percentage within that that's based around math and general real estate questions and all that stuff. And then you have your law portion. The good part about this is if you fail one of these sides, you only have to take that side over. So if you pass one portion and fail the other, you only have to retake the portion that you failed, or at least that's what it was when I took the exam. And I believe that's the case now. Taking the actual test does cost, and it's about $150. So expect to add that on to the initial pre-licensing course, which we talked about ranges from $300 to $500. Then you have to add on the $150 to actually take the test. You can retake the test as many times as it takes until you pass it. Just know there is a retake fee every single time that you take it. So you're gonna have to tack on $100, $200, $300 if you're not passing the exam. So you wanna make sure that you pass it on the first or second attempt. Now, passing the exam is, I have to admit, the test is not that easy. So for you to go through and not study and not take prep exams, I wouldn't do that. I would go into this and take it seriously, because the questions that are built around these real estate is actually, like, the way they phrase them is pretty confusing. So it's almost like deciphering and figuring out the riddle and figuring out what question best fits the answer, because there's probably going to be 2 options that probably could be an answer. Your job is to figure out which one's going to be the best answer. My best advice on passing the exam is taking prep exams. For me, that was the best studying, because I was able to take the prep exams, understand and kind of get a feel for how the questions are asked, and the ones that I got wrong, I could just research, and that was my studying and making sure I can get all of the answers correct, or at least the majority of them. So once you get your license, you're now able to practice real estate once you hang that license with a brokerage. So a brokerage like Cameron Real Estate, like Century 21, Coldwell Banker, Keller Williams, all these different brokerages, you actually have to hang your license with one of them in order to practice real estate. So what brokerage do you choose? Well, if you're in or around the Massachusetts area, hit me up and I will explain all the benefits of working at the brokerage that I'm the team leader at. And there's a lot of benefits, like great commission splits and learning how to be an investor and really encouraging that investor movement to help build wealth in the real estate industry. And out of all of the brokerages out there, you have to pick a brokerage that aligns with what is going to be helpful for you. So you have to start asking yourself questions. What's important for me in helping me get my business up and running? Is it training? Is it financial structure? Is it support? Is it leads? All these things should be questions that you ask yourself and questions that you ask the brokerage that you're thinking about joining. Typically, it's up to you as an agent to supply all of your marketing materials such as business cards, signage, and any marketing that you're going to do associated with getting your business up and running or generating leads. So it really still is a very low barrier to enter real estate, which is why you see a lot of agents not making it in real estate, because it's just somewhat easy in relation to some other businesses that you have to get up off the ground. Getting your license, putting in work there, the real business part comes in on how you're going to generate leads. And this channel, there's a bunch of videos that I put out there on how I grew my business from the ground up, where nothing was handed to me. I grew my business from the ground up, and I share a lot of that on this channel. So if you haven't watched already, take a look at some of that lead generation stuff, the videos and the techniques and the conversations and the objection handlers and all that stuff on how I generated and built a successful real estate business. So hopefully that has helped you. And if you're looking to get inspired, I have some stuff on here too that kind of asks the questions to yourself on what it takes to be a good real estate agent. Oh, and as far as earnings for a real estate agent, there's lots of agents that don't make anything because, again, it's so easy to get your license. If you're talking to the wrong person, they may tell you real estate's horrible, you can't make real money doing it. You have to talk to the right agents, because I can tell you, I know so many people that are making a great living doing real estate, making $100, $200, $300, $400, $500,000 a year in real estate sales. As a new agent, I wouldn't expect to make that kind of money, at least out of the gate. You really have to build a foundation, and in real estate, it is it's a snowball effect where you have to get that snowball rolling down the hill until it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And a lot of times that doesn't come until your second year. Your first year, if you can get a couple transactions under your belt, really start to build a foundation, a solid foundation of how you're supposed to operate in business, and learning as much as you can that first year and getting some transactions. I have agents that have made $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 in their first year in real estate. It takes some hard work and effort, of course, but that second year is really your defining year where you should easily double what you've made your first year. One of the best parts of real estate is that you get paid for your performance. If you're ever in a job where you're sitting next to somebody and you're looking at them like, why am I getting paid just as much as them? Or even worse, why are they getting paid more than me when they're half-assing it? They're just not as good as you and what you're doing. And no disrespect to the other person, but they're just not worth as much as you. Well, in real estate, you get to prove your worth, and you get rewarded based off your activities. That's what I always loved about real estate. So the potential is really limitless in real estate. You have agents that are barely scraping it and making next to nothing. And then you have other agents that are doing really well. So whatever it is that you want to do, don't talk to the agents that are barely scraping it if you want to do really well. Just talk to the agents that are doing really well. See what they're doing. See how they came up in their business and how they made their business successful, and follow their lead. I appreciate you guys watching. If there's anything I can do to help, drop a comment in the comment section. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
It's mine, whose world is this? The world is yours.